Well, like I say, the power structure views your activity, your activism, as criminal activity. Honestly, they view you as a criminal organization. So are you going to stop? No, but you need to learn how to continue doing what you're doing, continue your activities without going to jail, just like the mafia, just like the cartels. See, that's if you understand yourself properly as a resistance movement. Again, it doesn't matter if we're talking about resistance against American genocide in Gaza, or we're talking about, for example, resistance against the takeover of Washington, D.C., or the takeover of other cities, or whether we're talking about resistance to ICE slave raids or anything else. This is where you really need to compute that your paradigm, the paradigm that you grew up with, the paradigm that you've always believed is nothing but propaganda. You think that being an activist makes you a good, responsible, moral citizen in your country. No, it makes you a criminal. It makes you a criminal. Don't you see how they arrested hundreds of people in the UK just for protesting genocide the other day? And how many people have been arrested so far in the US for protesting against genocide? Thousands. Thousands upon thousands of people have been arrested. Why? Because you're criminals, okay? Understand. The cartels don't conduct their business in front of an embassy. They don't conduct their business in the public square. They're not offloading trucks of cocaine outside the Capitol building. No, the mafia isn't in the street with a placard talking about extortion now. No, you have to navigate the system. You have to be smarter than that. You have to navigate the system. You have to circumvent the system. You have to outmaneuver the system. This is the practical reality. But you got so used to the fabricated, designated opposition in the U.S. that you don't know what opposition really looks like. You don't know what opposition really means. Opposition isn't mainstream. By definition, it's not Bernie Sanders. It's not AOC. Certainly it's not Tucker Carlson or whoever else, or Candace Owens. I said it before. It's one of the most ingenious and one of the most insidious aspects of how the West, or how totally the West has consolidated power, authoritarian power, that they have actually been able to dictate who the opposition will be and how it's going to look like, what dissent is going to look like. You know, not only do they tell you what policy is, but they've also decided for you how objection to that policy is supposed to be and who is supposed to represent opposition. No, none of that is opposition. None of that is resistance. None of that is dissent.